Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Rim Dwarf World Fortress, where we are currently pinned inside as a result of some toxic fallout, but I think that's all good. Did go and just queue up a few extra little jobs and things like that in between episodes here, including some things that are gonna just develop outdoors once we get rid of the toxic fallout here. I decided I want a hallway over here that goes this way, and even though you can't walk through diagonally, it's gonna look stupid, so I'm gonna just build a full corner over here. The whole thing's gonna get built up, but I didn't want to block things off. I guess I could go and say something like that, for example. I just gotta leave that area accessible. We'll get nice and reinforced. Same thing here, sort of pre-planning, developing into this steam geyser area over here once we get an opportunity to do that. Which really isn't that far away. We don't have enough steel to necessarily get the steam geyser, but we could still block this area off and, you know, get that sorted in a relatively recent future. Relatively near future? That's probably an actual way to say that. Anyway, you guys know what I mean. Soon! I could have just said soon. But why would I do that? We got some construction going on. Scream Sheet, are you actually working on a sculpture? Really? Really? You don't have any food to cook? I guess these are all cycloid leaves. And cocoa and some sugar. The food situation may not be quite as good as I thought it was then. We might need to do an early butcher. Although, it looks like these plants are still growing. Ready to harvest. You know what? It looks like they are, in fact, still fine. And I didn't... Okay, so the toxic fallout does not kill plants. Okay, so noted. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the indoor area that we're restricted to. Technically, this will also lead to cleaning jobs, but I don't think it'll be a problem. So we will let people wander out here. Now, one of the things in RimWorld is that you are allowed to leave your allowed area to go to another one. Normally. So, flex. Yeah, there you go. So even though there's sort of a forbidden area in between, you can go from one to the other. That's fine. So Flex is going to go. He's going to harvest some of these plants. I mean, or are they dying? I mean, there's some grass coming back. And then replant some stuff. And that's going to be okay. So Flex, we're going to have to monitor his status a little bit, because it's possible that he'll get some sickness. Ooh, dark, working faster. That's good. It's possible he'll get some of the toxic fallout sickness, so we're going to have to keep an eye on him if he spends too much time outside. Also, anyone who goes in and out just to do a little bit of plant cutting. But, okay, the fact that we can keep this growing is nice. Fire. Oh, dead boom rat. You know what? All those corpses can burn up. It's fine. This is not in my permitted area, so no one can go and maintain that. Wait, did another one die here? How did... What? Oh! Oh, the boom rats are dying from the toxic fallout. Alright, electric cremation is done. Okay, now we're going back to hospital beds. And what we'll do for the cremation is we'll probably set up... I don't know where we'll set up that. Maybe off in this corner. Production... Electric crematorium. Sandstone blocks. There you go. So it's roofed up. So we'll be doing something like that. Maybe what I'll do is actually... I'm going to get rid of the stockpile entirely going forward. So we get some little fire bits. If it gets close to our walls, we may have to actually deploy some people out there. Caravan request. 11 mesh shirts for a mega screen TV. We're almost at the point where we can start fulfilling stuff like that, weirdly enough. Not that we have a ton of cloth, but we have some, and we have some fur. Oh, we've got that. Okay, we're going to go and temporarily lift the restrictions on everyone. And recruit and unrecruit. Unrecruit, woo. There we go. Deal with the fire here and put that out before it hits our walls. We can spend a little bit of time outside. You spend a little bit of time outside before the condition starts to be a bit of a problem, and then you run around inside and it goes away, the toxicity. So, I mean, we can go and sort of like dart back and forth a little bit. It's not the worst thing ever. I might want to home area all of this for a little bit of fire protection for a little bit. I wonder if we could eat some of the dead animals. Well, we'll unforbid... Wow, 48 things across the map. It's probably a lot of animals we can butcher. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, but... don't know, we'll do some of that. Getting... Oh, is it the Turkey Gobbler sounds over here? They're all downed? Yeah. Reset. There we go. Now, some of this might start to come back in, but we'll deal with that when we get there. Major break risk. Alright, you're tired, ugly environment, pain. You're missing the body part. That's okay. Still the initial toxic buildup. A little bit of a consciousness penalty, but you're okay now. Just got to make sure if it gets too severe, you can really start to get some negative traits going on. Okay, so I mean, we still have some fire warnings over here, but it's not the worst. I think what I'm going to do is I will re-restrict everyone indoors once again. Apparently I didn't get everyone last time, but that's okay. And the indoor area does cover our growing plots over here, which is fine. We'll want to remove that later so this area doesn't get cleaned, but for now, that's okay. Okay, Wu's still being taken care of over there. Poor guy. So these guys here, they have a bunch of toxic buildup inside, but I wonder if you can still eat them or if we're, like, gonna be doing terrible things to ourselves. Power shortage is a thing because we don't have any wood anymore. Or at least, we don't have any wood being loaded in this. Because, yeah, we do have some in storage. There we go. So now people can actually reach this and keep this on. Dark Elf is no longer inspired. That's okay. More cooking. So we still have some meals. And some power. And, yeah, we'll work on this. That's okay, too. And, yeah, I'm going to empty some of these graves and just keep them around for our colonists only. It's going to feel better. We'll bury our colonists. We'll burn everyone else. Well, people are having a good time there. No one's idle, which is nice to see. And again, it's really nice to get some of this crafting out of the way here. But hopefully this doesn't last forever. Got steel, waiting for some more sandstone blocks. We may want to, then. Because this is a bunch of sandstone. There we go. So now sandstone chunks are accessible. And so we might get some more blocks being made now. Yeah, a lot of stuff to clean up after, because although we've got some chunks that are being produced inside the base too, although these are actually slate over here is what we're digging into. We dug out that room. There's more steel we can get to over there, which is good, but I think it's still fine if we just mine in all directions right now. I don't think it's a big deal. Move that stuff out of there. There's really, like, there's... For all that is happening inside the base right now, and people are being really functional, there's not a lot of stuff to talk about. It's all... We've sort of got a well-oiled machine almost going on, which is weird. Danuge nicely researching, makes me really happy. Replanting this stuff. Because, yeah, I think with the toxic fallout, I was just like, oh no, it's like the poison ship. But it's not like the poison ship, not at all. I might go and unforbid in bulk again. We'll get a lot of these little animal corpses, which hopefully won't lead to a bunch of disease. Oh, right, we can't actually reach them, though. We're going to have to, once again, toggle our things on and off. It looks like... You're all the way up to minor over here, actually. So some people have a little bit more buildup. Where's the list? There it is. 35%. Wow, you got quite a bit of buildup there, Flex. 34. Oh, yeah, because you're doing a lot of farming. Yeah, that makes sense. So, yeah, again, we'll have to keep an eye on him. Okay, we'll unrestrict everyone again. They can go out and pick up the corpses to butcher or whatever. I don't know. Or, I was going to say mine outside the base, but the mining's set up so much closer, so I think it's okay. Wait. Who's up? Oh. The baked good gives you a consciousness boost. You're at 30% consciousness, and that's enough to move around. Oh my. What about coffee? No, it just wakes you up. It doesn't give you a consciousness boost. If we keep feeding sweet rolls to Wu, He can actually move around. Holy crap. Now, we'd probably want to take off his stuff that's consciousness dependent, like, say, for example, doctoring. Animal handling. Just disable everything except hauling. I mean, yeah. I mean, come on. Oh my god. Wu can move around. I mean, he'll collapse a bunch. Whenever the sweet roll rolls off, or wears off, he'll collapse. And someone will have to go rescue him. Not to mention the toxic buildup will be a problem. Tell you what, Wu, yeah, because you're going to go somewhere off. I'm going to make sure that Wu stays restricted to the indoors area here. So he never goes too far, and hopefully doesn't get too much toxic buildup either. A caravan! First time they've approached. Now, these are not visitors. They're traders. They're going to get real sick, too, depending on how much time they spend outside. Well, we'll let them approach, and we'll do a little trade here. Send out, I don't know, Dark. Or Dark who's cooking. Who else is our chatty people? Oh, Flex. Yeah, who's actually got a lot of possible disease problems here.After you're done, a colonist needs rescues. That's got to be Wu. Yeah. Where's the trade? Right there. Poor Wu. That's so funny. Poor health. Oh yeah, you're starting to develop the sickness. That's really, really not good. You could. This is not a very good trade caravan. Oh, you have slaves to buy. Well, we don't have enough money for that. We can sell off some of our herbal meds, but I think we want to keep it around. Wow, no, this is awful. Okay, we'll restrict everyone to indoors. And what I might do, because we did just replant some things, I think I'm going to go and remove this area again, because Flex is going to start to develop a little too much disease. We'll leave the stone in there. We'll leave that area over there, but we'll put a pin in the planting. But at least we got a few more crops into the ground for a little bit, and that's going to be okay. How bad off is Flex? Still at minor? Still at minor. Back up to 36%. That's okay. I don't think that can develop. It's like, it develops, I think, dementia is what can happen. And luckily we'll have dodged that. So we're going to keep people mining indoors. If we get the steel going, we can finally get this smelter set up. Actually, there we go. Just a little bit more steel. Components are there. Oh, the smithy's been set up. But yeah, we're not looking to make any of these. It's set up. I think we will be able to build more things here later. I'm not sure, but it's there, so we've got options. We can make some guns over here. But we don't have the steel to really support that. Not until we get the deep core mine and or the plants that we can, you know, continuously keep going, which all needs more research. But this is exciting. It takes a lot of power, but it's okay. Smelt metal from slag, do forever. Also, oh, there's all the different, like, shrooms and things like that that we can grow. The flowers and whatnot. But we'll also put a smelt weapons in there. It will be a do forever, but only weapons that are, like, really low hit points. I'm trying to do 35, but it doesn't matter. Any quality's fine. Or you know what we'll do? Only things that are relatively crummy and low on hit points. If it's a low hit point, you know, like, superior weapon, then we might not bother smelting it down. And we're going to do the slag first as a priority. Because it would always be nice to sell, but if for some reason we run out of slag, we may as well look to, like, maybe tearing down some weapons. What do you do? Oh, you're making the cloth, which is good. You're making some smoke leaf joints, which is fine. You're working on a sculpture. Feel bad having Scream Cheese do this, because you're probably going to spend most of your time cooking, and you might not ever get to finish a sculpture. You're the only person with art passion right now, though, which is kind of sucky. All those out of the way. Oh, some people brought some stuff over there. Wow, that turkey's decayed completely. Gonna haul that out of the way as well. I'm digging some more. So yeah, we're finding a lot of little internal diggy things. That tunnel didn't lead anywhere, although we could extend it. But for now, we may as well continue to develop this area because it's nice. And what the heck, right? Oh, these people, how bad? Like, are they going to start collapsing onto the ground? Okay, you're still at initial. That'd be really interesting. And also, do you bring alcohol with you, or are you going to go into, like, alcohol withdrawal for some of these? They probably just don't stay long enough. Yeah, they're leaving. They're going to be fine. It's nice to get a visit, though, for a change, because it's been so freaking long. Not a true visit. I mean, they weren't chilling out over here. Da, 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 da. Maybe I got some mod that's conflicting. Is it possible that, like, the cleaning mod is conflicting with the hospitality mod? Maybe. I don't know. It might just be because we've got no friendly neighbors anymore. Because we did sort of break up with someone. I don't know if we can send caravans to these places to make friends explicitly. Like people we're at war with or whatever. I don't know if that's a thing. Things are fairly neat, right? Because we do have, like, we have one person assigned to clean. No, I thought I set one person to clean at a really high priority. But I guess not. Since no one's wandering, basically, it's just anyone who, like, has to wander far, I don't want them to have to clean, because they keep, like, getting halfway there and then changing their mind. So, like, anyone with mining on would be bad, but people without mining, who also aren't cooks, you know, something like this is fine. Especially since you'll still do your hunt job, you'll still do your grow job, but if it's not available for some reason, it's going to be okay. Same thing here with Yuns. You've got mining on, so that would be bad. And this would compete with your cooking, which we can't afford to do. So there we go. So at least we'll try to keep things neat again. So I just noticed all the dirt piling up over here, which is a sign that there's probably a little bit of dirt somewhere else. A little bit more fire. That was another just boom, but it is... Oh, it's dry thunderstorm. Never mind. Although it went out right away. Oh, because all the grass over here had already been destroyed. So yeah, that's fine. These guys have officially completely decayed, and all their clothes and everything, too. So, before I get a chance to go ahead and set up our crematorium. And we do have a block shortage. I don't know. Do I get someone who just crafts? Like, Daniel Dansku has super passion for it. But he's also, you know, a constructor. But maybe turn off for mining? Wait, your mining's not on. Are you cleaning? Oh, you're cleaning. And then you're going to go back to just crafting. Yeah, which is, I think, fine, actually. So if Daniel Dansku spends, say, all of his time in the base, you know, cleaning if there's something, but otherwise doing some sort of crafting, that'd be okay. His skill's low, but his passion's high, so we'll let him do what he wants. Lots of steel here. That is really nice. That's a big, big pile of it. More fire over here in the home area. That may not be ignorable. Depends. You can actually see the fallout falling. I forgot about that. It might set the wall on fire. So, you know what? Let's just do a quick little unrestrict on everyone. Everyone can wander outside for a bit. There may be a little bit more planting going on. I guess that tree is not part of the home area, but it looks like it's just going to burn itself out and be fine. Oh, it is part of the home area. Okay. Hardcore Ginger's taking care of that. So yeah, they can wander outside for a little bit. Take care of a few things out there. Got to keep a real eye on Flex. He's really our canary. Yeah, he's down to 26%, so he's going to be okay there. All those rocks out of there. Yeah, a little bit dirty over here. Danuj doing his research. Are you onto medical beds right now? Yes. Hospital beds, rather. It's cool. Now, I don't know if we have enough, because I think you need actual medicine for that. We may not have that available. The drug table... Do we have the ability to make medicine, and I haven't been doing it? The answer is yes. But not bulk medicine. Which is actually the top priority. Do until X, where X is going to be like 35. That's actually the most important thing we can be doing right now. Is medicine crafting. And speaking of, if I look at the crafting over here, we do have, like, yeah, a couple of things set to, like, #1 priority over here for some of these sub-jobs, which includes prosthetics and produce drugs. Awesome. And really what we'd want, ultimately, is anyone who can create drugs should always. Like, if you got passion for crafting, I set it at 1, most of these people won't have the medical skill to do it, but if you can, do it. Alright, we'll probably lock people in again. Restrict indoor area. There you go. Yeah, that's going to be a lot better. And yeah, if we can get the medicine going. Which, do you just need the heal root and neutromine? And some cloth for the bandages. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be very pleased with that. I should have started it a little while ago. Especially it'll help us get the medical beds going. So, let's take, there we go. This one's only good. Let's reinstall this one over here. and then we'll build a medical bed there. We got lots of room for medical beds in here, but honestly, if you've got like 8 people injured at the same time, you're basically going to be out of commission. So it's rainy, so the fire's going to go out right away, which is lovely. And you know what? Just cuz. I want to make a room with a gold floor at some point, but just cuz right now is the wooden floors over here, which is going to keep being lovely. And here we are going to go and plan. These are going to be like some of our metal plants, for example. We're going to be up in here. There's no room, unfortunately, right there, but that's okay. There's some room over here, though, so we could do... Oops. A bit of lag. Caused me to... So we'll move the horseshoe pin to say there. Cancel that. I mean, people aren't working on it outside right now, but that's okay. A little fire there, but it's going to go out on its own, so that's swell. I don't feel like force what food gets fed to Wutrax. There's probably some other consciousness-boosting drug, though, if you research actual drug production, like the Psychite. Like, you can make, what, like Flake and Yayo and all those things. If any of them give you a short-term consciousness boost, we can keep Wu going for a while. And that would be amazing. Ooh, why are you all... He ate stir-fry? No, this one. Oh, he's drunk! What? Pregnant drunk cat. Someone's got to put out some, like, health advisories to, to the cats. You need those posters. Drinking during pregnancy is... I'm trying to think of, like, a cat pun that I could do. Damn it. I can't think of one. You know, like, just some punny headline that has something to do with cat or feline. It's like, is a decision a dog would do, or something. I don't know. There's got to be some way to, like, trash talk, or I don't know what. We should smooth the walls to our little workshop over here. And a Psychic Soothe. Well, you know, that's fine. But not that we were doing too bad. Area has been revealed. Okay. Whoa, an actual building. Interesting. That I was not really expecting when it revealed an area. I wonder if there's an actual open air over here. Would revealing that be particularly bad? I don't know if it would be bad, but we can hold off for now. Worst toxic fallout has settled. Yeah! Okay. So we can lift all the restrictions. Boom. So now we'll start growing again and doing things outside. We'll finish off some of these areas. If we had enough blocks... Whenever this gets set up, and I realize it's a long walk around there to get there... although this is a bunch of sandstone blocks, right? You know what? Hold on. We're gonna mine that. Grab our other people who is a miner, like you. Go ahead and mine out that little spot. So we can walk through here. We'll build a door. What we'll probably do is build 2 or 3 stone doors over here. We don't need people to walk through here quickly. We just want to completely dissuade anyone from ever attacking through here. Like, I'm gonna double wall this for sure. But then I'm also going to be like, no, even if you get through this, there's a bunch of doors. It's stupid and annoying. Don't even try it. Hospital beds. Done. Okay. That bed's out of the way. Lovely. So the first bed, I won't put any kind of, like, quality limiter on it. We might look... I'll probably just build up 4, and then maybe, you know, assuming we have material... Because it does take a lot of material. It takes a bunch of steel and takes a bunch of medicine to do. So we'll slowly build them up. When we still have a stockpile, when we reach 4 and we have a stockpile of backups, I'll like delete maybe one of the lower quality ones and then try to rebuild it at that point. But yeah, everyone's pretty happy right now. This bedroom is fine. It's only 57, but it'll do. Not bothering with any royal beds, but I think that's okay. We've got, you know, some space for extra bedrooms later on. Yeah, we are exposed right now. If there is some sort of raid that would be bad, we're going to let people, I don't know, sleep for now. You know what? No. Hardcore Ginger, I am going to wake you up. And insist that you at least build one of these doors up for me right away. I mean, I suppose finishing this wall might actually be better security, but I'm going to want both. At least the one wall and the one door. And these things are, they're really slow. Stone doors are really slow to open. But this is not going to be a high-traffic area. The traffic is going to stop as soon as the wall is built and the steam geyser is built. There isn't going to be any more traffic over here. So, I'm also going to say structure. Boom. Boom. For power conduit. Inspired recruitment. Expires in 8 days or when a prisoner is recruited. Well, we don't have any prisoners. We haven't had any in a while, actually. I wonder if the toxic fallout... Now, I'm sure it doesn't affect everyone on the map, but it should, right? It should affect everything. That would make a lot of sense. So we'll get that sealed in. I don't think we've got the steel to actually set up the steam geyser here, but soon. A little laggy here. I think people are queuing up a lot of new jobs. A lot of little flooring things have been set up. So this is just placeholder from when we unlock the next planting level. How's the hospital bed coming along? Answer is it's not yet. Lag. Oh my god, lag. I mean, I did just record several episodes in a row, so it might be like a... I don't think RimWorld really has memory leaks. It's programmed very well, but, you know, who knows? Maybe some of the mods or something like that. Seems to be running better now. It's like these bulk flooring or bulk smoothing jobs. That seems to be what really slows it down. Especially since I actually have, like... no, I guess I don't have build floors of very high. No longer incapable of walking. Was something wrong with the cat? Hammered! Oh god. I love the cat so much. Oh, there we go. Oh, normal quality bed. That's good. Excellent. And yeah, Wu doesn't have to be in the actual hospital bed here, because he's not being treated for anything. He's just resting. Okay. Superior, excellent. This one's only good. Like, that'll be the one that gets deconstructed. Wait, research tree. So, do the vitals monitor, because it'll be helpful to have set up. Although, I don't know if we can actually take advantage of it yet. And I know it's going to work on the prosthetics for Wu, but as a temporary placeholder for Wu's brain surgery that's going to happen, some sort of drug production. Psychite refining. And then we may as well do the bulk. Like, these are really short researches. So same thing. We'll then queue up, like, the bulk wake up, Pico or whatever. Like, we'll queue up a bunch of this stuff and see if any of them give a consciousness boost. We can just keep Wu, like, on uppers all the time, so that he can actually function. And I love that idea. And then we'll go back to researching the bionics. I have no idea. Like, there's probably very little chance that we have even remotely close to the material to perform, like, brain enhancement surgery on Wu. So the drug solution is actually going to be, like, much, much more effective for us. I guess we can floor all this for, like, faster walk speeds and whatnot. Might cut down the chance that people keep walking through this thing. This little salt mine, I'm going to go and deconstruct it, and I'm going to move it. Is it not in here? Is it under miscellaneous? Salt mine. I'm just going to move it to there. And once again, set a mine salt due until X, where X is like 35 for various preserved meats. That way I can keep flowing this area. I'll keep doing it with wood just for consistency, even though it's, you know, it's not fireproof, but it's outdoors, so outdoor stuff is not quite as scary with fire. It's those indoor fires that are bad because the temperature gets super high and then everyone dies. So we still have food for these guys, which is good. Planting is a go. I mean, we have allow sowing on for everything, so we're fine. Sugarcane and things, excellent. There we go. So I mean, it takes, you know, it's all taking more time, but it's all right. So the machine table's turned off. The smelter is turned on. We might actually want to make, for crafting, the smelting thing to be a really high priority. Crafting spot, robotics, refinery, drugs, stone blocks, smelt items. Like, we might want to make the smelt a lot higher. Why is Dark Help out of 4 for this? In fact, all the crafting. Maybe because you were doing research for a while? I mean, it doesn't matter so much. So, who's the lowest skilled crafter person? Let's see here as well. Actually, I guess the prosthetics don't have a quality either. So, if you can craft, go ahead and try the prosthetics if they're available. Yeah, I think you need a medical skill for it as well, but what the hell, right? So, carving blocks and making and smelting things might be a good way to train crafting, but none of the craft is particularly skill reliant. I don't know, like, we might want to tweak this. I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like I definitely want to get more crafting going. Like, I was pleased sort of when everyone's locked in. Although the crafting is continuing. It's really... The only thing that's really changed is Flex being out here and maybe people going out and mining. That's really the only thing that's kind of changed on our crafting setup. Scream is cooking. Danuj is researching. Flex spends most of his time, like, working the crops, of which we have a great number of them. We got a little bit of smoothing going on, but that's side of finite. Same thing with building the walls here. We've got, you know, tree chopping is happening again now that we're out here. And actually, the tree chopping is happening here because it's a relatively short path, which is legit. Everyone's kind of doing something pretty good. And we've got an occasional crafting that happens. It would be nice to have a little bit more, but... I don't know. And yeah, Woo is going to be set to, like, just clean and haul. And actually, I think, like... Well, again, I'm a little worried about leaving him outside the base too long. We might just put a restriction on him. So he'll be, like, the one cleaner. Once we get him, like, doped up. He'll be the one cleaner. If he's got nothing to clean, he can do a little bit of hauling. But we'll probably keep him on, like, indoors-only restrictions. So he's never too far from the base in case he, you know, runs out of drug and collapses again. Alright. Well, people don't have to spend as much time cleaning because we've got Woo as sort of a cleaning robot. That's not too bad. And one day, we'll get him a brain. If I only had a brain. See you next time, folks. Bye-bye.